All right, hey guys, Jason here. We're up here at Franklin Toyota right here in Statesboro, Georgia. And again, we got another one of those Tundra Limited. They keep doing it with these Limiteds, but wish they do it with a TRD off-road. We've seen one of them. But another Limited, they put the 35-inch tires on it, level kit here from the dealership, $65,000. Beautiful truck, and I like the side steps on this one a whole lot. I like that way more than the Predator step. Those are pretty dang sweet steps, no doubt about it. But what we're talking about today, Toyota's got a fix for the Tundras. Okay, we've been waiting for this. We've been waiting. We talked about it. We made a video up here a couple weeks ago how they don't have a fix. They don't know what they're going to do. I'm going to give you my take on it also because I got a feeling there's some behind the scenes stuff going on here. So we're going to kind of hang right here. This dealership, like I said, it's an amazing place here. Let me just spin you around, but you can see that they don't run a lot of lights. There's only a couple of lights out here, so there's really not much we can do here. They don't do a ton of stuff like that at night for us to be able to see a lot, so we're going to stay right here. This comes to us from Pickup Truck and SUV Talk. Tim over there put an article out on this, popped up in my newsfeed. I found it very interesting. So what do we got going on? Toyota's new fix for the Tundra engine. Okay, this engine is in here. Remember, if we go back, there was 100,000 of them. Toyota's going to replace every engine automatically. Okay, that's it. Everybody, all 100,000 got it. Then it jumped up to like 130,000. Now I think it's at like 146,000. Did it say in here? It might even say somewhere in here. I don't have it in my notes, but it might say in one of these little clips I'm putting in there. But it's like almost 150,000, 22 through 24s. Nothing on a 25s, nothing on a 26s yet. But here is their new fix, their new solution to it, because apparently replacing all the engines wasn't working because they were still having problems. I guess this new fix, I don't know how it fixes it, but here's what we got going on. Their new fix is a specific a software system that they're going to do that actually will investigate this. It will collect data, software. It will use software and driving data from the vehicle itself to determine the condition of the #1 main bearing. If that software, that investigative software, feels that there's a problem with the main bearing, you get a new engine. If that investigative software says that no, your main bearing's not causing any problems and you're doing good, you don't get a new motor. That's how they're doing it. So they went from everybody with the Tundra getting a brand new motor to now software will tell them whether you get a new motor or not. And it changes from the way that things were before. It says on here too, says software will check, and if it produces repairs, engine. So here's my thoughts on it. First of all, let's just tell you, finishing this up, they're gonna send letters to you in July. On July 6th, when the letters will go out, to tell you that when you thought you were getting a brand new engine, now when you go in, software will decide if you get a brand new engine. If you need a new engine, they will replace it and put you on that list. If you do not, then they send you on your merry way. My take, okay, that's all there was to that. But here's my take as to why they're doing this. My thought is that Toyota's just tired of dealing with it. They're sick and tired of bleeding money dealing with this. That's one cause. Everybody thinks that, okay? That's pretty normal. We got some more in-depth ones we're gonna dive into, but that is a big one. They are tired of dealing with this. The techs are tired of dealing with that. Every Toyota dealer in the country basically has dedicated areas where they are basically, all they do for the last year is swap Tundra motors day in and day out, every single day. That's all they do is swap Tundra motors, okay? That's a big problem. It's a pain in the butt to deal with. It costs them a fortune, okay? It is costing not only Toyota the money in the engines, but also in paying the tax in dealing with all this kind of stuff. That's a big factor there too. Mine is that this is a Band-Aid to spread out the repairs. Now, the reason we say this is I don't think that they have a legitimate 100% fix for this, okay? Because we know that the 25s have been having problems. We know some of the 26s have had problems. Some of the hybrids you guys have seen in the Facebook groups and stuff, they have had problems as well too, and they're just getting their motors rebuilt. They're not even getting a long block. They're just getting a short block rebuild. We got all of these different avenues of everything coming in. It's hitting Toyota. Toyota's here and they're all just boom, 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 hitting them from every aspect. By doing this, they get to spread all that out. Okay, they can spread it out. Now engines, instead of constantly being replaced and being replaced with ones that still keep having issues, whether they're tech related or, tech as in mechanic didn't install it right, or whatever the case is, they keep having these issues that are happening. They keep bleeding money and they keep dumping new motors in, and motor after motor after motor to all these new trucks and all this stuff that's going on, and they're all struggling and it's becoming an issue for them. So I don't think they're happy about it. So I think this is a Band-Aid that spreads those out. If the software comes in there and the parameters of that software says, let's say we're seeing 20% of wear. It's got 20% of wear going on it right now. That's not horrible. We're going to call it good. We're going to call it good. We're going to let it go. And if the motor goes out on them later on, we'll replace it then. Maybe they'll be out of warranty by then and it won't be a concern. Who knows? But it's going to prolong, instead of every Tundra that comes in, boom, needs a motor, boom, needs a motor, boom, needs a motor. No. Now we can spread out that stuff and get it kind of out of our hair a little bit and slow the process down. The big one, I think they are concerned about the fact that there's a good possibility that the 25s or even 26s or even the hybrids, that NHTSA is going to crack the whip and say, nope, you guys need to fix these ones too. And then if there becomes a recall on 25s or 26s or even 22 through 25 or 26 hybrid models, Toyota doesn't want all those people going, I want my new motor. Give me a new motor. I got 40,000 miles, 50,000 miles on my 2022. It's hybrid, and now guess what? You got to replace the hybrids. Give me my new motor. Okay, they don't want to deal with this for that much longer, and they don't want to deal with adding 2 more years or even 1 more year or adding in 3 years of hybrids into this equation. So this software check is their means of getting NHTSA off their back. If NHTSA recalls them and comes back and says, nope, you need to expand this to 25 or you need to expand this to hybrids or any of that kind of stuff, they can say, oh, that's fine, we can do that, we can do that. And then Toyota can control the parameters of what that investigative software says about the engine and prolong what it's going to do and put it out there. Okay, Toyota originally was saying, we'll replace all the engines. We'll give you all new ones. People were excited about that. Obviously it sucks, but people were happy with that result. I think Toyota hit the wall and they said, we can't keep doing this. We're bleeding. We can't do this. We're just literally pouring money out of ourselves. We can't do it anymore. And if this turns into a bigger debacle than what it is, we need a protection factor. That protection factor is software that will investigate it, because that software parameter, Toyota gets to control it. They get to say, they get to go, you know what? So maybe it starts off and they say, okay, this guy's, he's 50% farther gone than what his main bearing should be right now. Okay, we should have almost no wear, but he's at 50%. He's probably got 30,000 miles left on his engine. This is what that software is thinking. He's got 30,000 miles before that main bearing blows on him. Send him on his way. He is not our problem. Somebody else comes in, they say, we got 5,000 miles on this one. You know, he's going to be a problem. Let's fix his. Here comes another one. He's got about 40, 50,000 miles before his bearing goes on his, but it's starting to wear. Send him on his way. He's good. You see what I'm getting at? Okay, now they get to really play the corporate game. That's my thoughts on this and how it's going to be. So they are preparing for, again, all my personal speculation. They're preparing for NHTSA to do something bigger, is my thought. Only mine, not anybody else's. Okay, just my thought in my head. And they're preparing to save themselves, save their butts, and CYA any way they can on this thing. So I'd like to know your thoughts. What do you think? How are you feeling about that? A lot of you guys that watch this channel own Tundras. Okay? Know that I'm in your corner on it, or I wouldn't be making videos like this. All right? It's not that I hate Toyota. It's not that I have a problem with Toyota. But I'll tell you, here we go. Here we go. Here comes the games. Just like Chevy with the 6.2, where techs can inspect and see if it's going to be a problem. There's a lot of flexibility in that inspect aspect of it. And when you put software in there, it's really easy to tap, tap, tap in and change the parameters and make it work in their favor. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching.